Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. Over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my own grave and go home to my Lord and be free. No more weeping, don't you know? No more weeping. No more weeping over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my own grave and go home to my Lord and be free. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave. I'm going home to my Lord and be free.
Hello, everyone. We welcome you to our first virtual Black History program. We want you to sit back, relax, and look at our history through the eyes of our young people and some of our older young people. So look at the dancing, the poetry, the singing, oh my God, and all the video clips. So we just want you to enjoy your heritage. Remember, no matter what, we will win. Amen.
We are one. We are one. We are one in the spirit. We are one. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We are one in the spirit. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are one in the spirit. We are one. Hallelujah. We are one in the Spirit. We are one. One, inseparable. One. One, inseparable. One. One, inseparable. One. One faith, one love, one baptism. Inseparable. One. We are one in the Spirit. We are one in the Spirit. We are one.
Hold your head as high as you can, high enough to see who you are, little man. Life sometimes is cold and cruel, maybe no one else will tell you, so remember that you are black gold, black gold. You are black gold. Now maybe no one else has ever told you so, but you're golden, baby, black gold with a diamond soul. Think of all the strength you have in you, from the blood you carry within you. Ancient men, powerful men, builders of civilization. There'll be folks hell-bent on putting you down. Don't get burned, don't get burned. No, not necessarily. Everyone will know your worth.
UNITY, unity, the only possible way we can get by. Day after day, uplifting our brothers and sisters. The time is now. We're more than just a tribe. We are a people, both powerful and strong. From the Caribbean to Africa, yes, we belong. BLACK, Black, skin, heritage, without, within. Marvelous stories, you wouldn't know where to begin. So hold the hand of your neighbor. We have many days to come. Think of something that can tear us down? You're right, there are none. UNISON. And unison is how we build. Staying connected through generations, we have dreams to be fulfilled. As time goes by, something out of our control, it is up to us to remain connected. That's just how we roll. Each one teach one, we can all shine. A Black community, this is our opportunity to be in unity.
Ours is not the struggle of one day, 1 week, or 1 year. Ours is not the struggle of one judicial appointment or presidential term. Ours is the struggle of a lifetime, or maybe even many lifetimes, and each one of us in every generation must do our part. These are words spoken by John Lewis.
If I can do great things, I can do small things in a great way.
I am America, the part you won't recognize, but get used to me. Black, confident, cocky. My name, not yours. My religion, not yours. My goals, my own. Get used to me. Muhammad Ali.
Harriet Tubman was born around 1822. Her actual date of birth is unknown. Harriet Tubman was enslaved in Dorchester County, Maryland, and escaped to freedom. We all know the story of Harriet Tubman as the most famous conductor on the Underground Railroad, leading hundreds of people to freedom in the North. Harriet Tubman is also known as a scout, spy, and nurse for the Union Army. What most of us do not know is that Harriet Tubman was an abolitionist, civil rights leader, and a woman suffragette. In August of 2020, my mother and grandmother were determined to pay a tribute to Harriet Tubman on the 100th anniversary of the right for women to vote. My mother and grandmother thought it a fitting tribute to Harriet Tubman to visit her home in Auburn, New York on the anniversary year of women's right to vote, but in honor and in tribute for the first African-American woman, Kamala Harris' nomination as vice president. Harriet Tubman's contributions to the women's movement has been overlooked in history. My mother and grandmother wanted to pay tribute and thank Harriet Tubman for her overlooked contributions to the women's suffragette movement. As my mother and grandmother walked the grounds of Harriet Tubman's home, it was an emotional moment for all of us as we walked through the same grounds as Harriet Tubman walked 107 years ago. We also visited the burial site of Harriet Tubman, where she lies in eternal rest with two of her siblings and the nephew that she brought out of enslavement. Harriet Tubman died on March 10, 1913. I end with Harriet Tubman's words, which rings so true today in 2021. Keep going. If you are tired, keep going. If you are scared, keep going. If you are hungry, keep going. If you want to taste freedom, keep going.
Yeah.
We are one. As Black women, we're always given these seemingly devastating experiences that could absolutely break us. But what the caterpillar calls the end of the world, the master calls the butterfly. What we do as Black women is take the worst situations and create from that point. Viola Davis. If they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. Shirley Chisholm.
Afternoon. No man could lead men, we have to have unity. By Bob Marley.
I refuse to accept the view that mankind is so tragically bound to the starless midnight of racism, and war that the bright daybreak of peace and brotherhood could never become a reality. I believe unarmed truth and unconditional love will have the final word. Martin Luther King Jr.
There's a hero if you look inside your heart. You don't have to be afraid of what you are. There's an answer if you reach into your soul, and the sorrow that you know will melt away. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth that a hero lies in you.
Good afternoon, St. Albans family. Thank you for attending our Black History program. My name is Kaya Paul, and today I will be reading a poem named We Are One by Deborah Booth. We are one, African, American, Haitian, Jamaican, light skin or dark skin, continuously separating ourselves from each other, degrading one another, thinking one is better than the other. But I'd like to point out the fact that we are all Black. So why all the hostility? Oh, and if we look deep into our roots, we may just find out that we are actually family. So let's stop this negativity, glorifying the enemy, letting Satan win. No, we need to destroy his grin. Let us look to God, asking him for a change of heart so we can live in unity as it should be. Unity! Uniting now in triumph. Yes, let us not settle for less. To glorify God, that's where it's at. Not to let the devil hold us in its trap. It's time for our exodus, because as sure as the rising and the setting of the sun, we are one.
The name of my poem is I Matter. I matter. Hear this, O foolish and senseless people, who have eyes but see not, who have ears but hear not. Jeremiah 5:21. I matter. I matter. We matter. Black lives matter. Until we recognize that Black lives matter, no life will matter. We as African American people in the United States are recognized and celebrated 1 month out of a year. That is disrespectful and insulting on so many levels, because our history books don't even acknowledge our contributions in this country. Please close your eyes. Close your eyes and imagine if they only used African American inventions 1 month out of a year. Here are just a few things that they would have to stop using for 11 months. New York City underground transit system, automatic elevator doors, traffic lights, blood banks, pacemakers. Also, an enslaved man named Onesimus gave his wisdom on how to inoculate people to help stop the spread of smallpox, which saved thousands of lives. Hear this, O foolish ones. A Black woman named Kismakia Corbett was the leading scientist in the development of the COVID-19 vaccine. Can you imagine, without our contribution for 11 months, how many people would die? This country was built on the backs of Black people mentally, physically, and economically. Until we are recognized in history, they will have eyes, but will not be able to see. I matter. I matter. We matter. Black lives matter.
I matter. We matter.
I matter. We matter. Black lives matter.
You got your first one too?
Yeah, everything.
You got everything?
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
Like now, that second one, keep that going. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
I need that.
Yeah.
You know, they cut my hours at my job and everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I need that joint, bro.
Yeah, about
to go to the cafe?
Yeah, we're about to the cafe. We just go there.
Look at my guy.
Hi. So praise God.
Got some tea?
Yes.
All right.
Sure do.
Yeah, that's what.
All right.
I'll study in
Who can actually go into a community that is, as you can see, up in flames?
There needs to be a unified voice and not just people looking to see, okay, you know, did he do something wrong? Did he?
Yeah, another one. Another messenger. Know the governor. Yes, sir. Let's go.
Hey, Naja.
You just vibe with us.
Vibe with us, y'all.
So much going on right now.
It's a lot going on, Mel.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
We here.
Racism.
We see
riots and wars.
Yeah. Yo. Today is my best day. Might not make it to the next day. Ain't nothing promised. Today could be your checkmate. And where you gon' rest at? I'm Martin with the peace, but I still rock a X hat.
I still rock an X hat. You better rock your vest black, because these dudes are sparking them hammers from here to left rack. World is getting more scary and kinda crazier. Better put your dog on a leash or euthanasia.
The pandemic started for me when we lost Nana. They carry tools in these streets, they call hammers. The blues they'll rock you to sleep, it's on camera. And the news is full of deceit, they program you.
They fabricating information relating to COVID. The writing's on the wall and I'm just making you notice. And all this propaganda they pushing, making me focus. Realize, homie, it's in the open.
It's a shame, that's the pain, but we gotta live on. Take all this pain and disdain, making right from the wrong. I'm just trying to live life, but they trying to take mine. Just trying to live life, but they trying to take mine. And I don't plan on going out, no.
It seems to me like we always behind the 8-ball. Homie lick shots and hoping to start a race war. I don't know how they conjure up hate to try to tarnish your fate. And many blessings to Jacob Blake. This country was founded upon the slaves who were African. They put the poison all in the hood and call it packaging. Mandatory minimums lock minorities up. That's word too. This government and the authorities sucks.
Hey yo, COVID-19 turned dreams to pipe dreams. No more hustling, but serving the right team. We worship the Christ King. We curbing on Christ things. Just a servant, no burden, with purpose so lights gleam. We in the trenches. 2020, they still lynching. Sex trafficking, what happened? Youth is still missing. The world's in a dark place, so I ain't checking for a stimulus check. I'm checking for my God's face.
It's a shame, that's the pain, but we gotta live on. Take all this pain and disdain, making right from the wrong. I'm just trying to live life, but they trying to take mine. Just trying to live life, but they trying to take mine. And I don't plan on going out, no.
The Son, the precious Holy Spirit. He's in charge of everything. Thank you.
I really hope you enjoyed that program. I know I did. It was so awesome to hear the poetry that comes out of our young people and our adults. It's so wonderful how they interpret and they put it together. Oh, remember, you have the victory. God has given you, He has ordained you from the time you was in your mother's womb, and you will have the victory. No matter what we have endured, we will overcome.
Listen, Eden is kingdom, and Eden mindset is a kingdom mindset. Let me hear ya. Where my Eden citizens at? Where my Eden citizens at? Where you at? Let me see you do your hands like this. Come on, let me hear you, let me hear you. Put your hands together like this. Come on. Here we go.
When God made man, He made a spirit. It was His plan that we live blessed. The tempter came. We were distracted. The tempter came. And we fell. We were deemed to live